Hello, and welcome
A
back
lot.
to the the FKT
Jeez.
Showdown. Cole Crosby is out taking on the Bay Circuit Trail. This is our first check-in since this morning. So we're gonna send it right over to Kelsey and the crew. They are expecting Cole sometime within the next 10 minutes. Last we heard, he was less than a mile away. So without further ado, hey Kelsey, can you hear us?
Yes, sorry. I am walking towards the trailhead where he'll pop out. It is quite cold now that it's getting darker. And Cole will be picking up a pacer, then Manning for the next 20 miles. We're kind of just getting him ready for nighttime now. Giving him extra batteries for his phone and getting him all the headlamps he could want and some more protein, I believe. Yeah.
It looks very similar to this morning out there. It's still a little gloomy.
Yeah, it is. It is very cold and foggy. It's very New England weather, to be quite honest.
For sure.
Yeah. But the rain's held up. It hasn't been raining. It's just kind of been misty a little bit. So that's good.
How are Cole's spirits out there through the last few check-ins?
Really good. Really good. Yeah, for sure. He's been flying way ahead of schedule, even for a goal. And but we knew he would probably do that because he's planning on taking it slower on the overnight parts that are in the trails, wet leaves. That's why he's picking up a pacer now. Gonna be careful. No injuries here. So we knew that he would want to use the daylight and the road sections to make up that time preemptively.
Cool.
Yeah, and so coming into this aid station, right before heading into the night, like you guys obviously have your stuff very dialed. Like, can you walk us through maybe what you're expecting this aid station process to look like for Cole?
Yeah, so we definitely expect him to change his clothes to something a little bit warmer and drier. For the night, we really let him dictate what he wants, and we have everything available to make it as simple as possible. Sometimes he'll shoot us a text and say, Theragun, knack, and phone charger or something like that. But we talked, the last time we talked to him, we just knew that he wanted to change. So we have the changing tent set up for him. We have the heat in the van blasting in case he wants to sit and warm up a little bit. This isn't going to be our big stop or long stop that we talk about, but definitely longer than the 3 to 5 or 2 to 5 minutes, that we've been doing. Definitely just refuel, warm up, and change is the main goal right now. Reset, see what he wants to do, what the next plan is, and picking up Ben is going to be key as well.
Yep. Is Ben local to Massachusetts?
Yep. And Ben is the former the current FKT holder, Matt Dibbs, crew chief from when he did it. So Ben has been with us the whole time. He's been absolutely instrumental in helping us plan. He's been here before. He knows where everything is. So he's been on this whole trip with us. And he has his own crew consulting company as well called Misfits running company. So we're super lucky to have him.
Amazing. And so obviously you've been able to see Cole a couple times in between when we checked in with you last and now. Can you just maybe give us a little bit more insight in where his spirits are at this early kind of in this attempt?
Great. I mean, he's his normal perky self. The last check-in we had, the cowbells going and the music going and he ended up flying right through, but we had a great time with him. He's having a good time. He's being realistic about when he needs to slow down and when he can pick up and things like that, because we don't want him to go too fast right now. We're in the beginning. So he's honestly doing great, and you'll see that now as well. I think Ben just ran into the trail to see if he could meet up with him early.
Cool.
Yeah.
Could you give us
So-
just a quick peek at what your guys' setup looks like there?
Please, yeah. Yes, we have everyone planning some food. What are you guys doing?
We are getting some knack carbs together. We have a smoothie.
The new knack salt drink.
Something.
It's that we put hot water in that.
It's almost
and
like
it kind
like
of
a
smells
broth.
like chicken broth.
Yeah.
Um,
And we got a portable, like, car chargeable smoothie thing to make that on the go.
yeah. For any runners, are we live?
Yeah.
For any runners out there, the protein smoothies actually work pretty dang well.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, we don't add a lot of ice or anything like that. We just add some fruit, milk,
Protein.
Yeah, you don't want to
Yep.
get brain freeze anyway. Yeah,
Up, here he is.
right on time. So he is coming into the tennis courts, which is approximately mile 55.
all right.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry?
Yeah, that was a long stretch.
We got a chair in here for you. If you want to sit?
I'm gonna need a charger on that.
You can
Oh,
sit
cool.
in there. We got you. I got a veggie sandwich from Subway. Do you want any of that?
Yeah.
Oops, sorry. You're good.
Are we changing the whole outfit?
I think I'm okay still.
Okay.
I got like half of my socks.
You want
My
to change
shoes.
socks?
You want to change shoes?
Yeah, I think we might do a shoe and sock change. It's probably good. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Shoes are right there. I'll get you.
Are socks in your day?
Yeah.
Like the really good. What's up?
So Cole, how's it going?
Good. Oh, there's no,
Oh yeah, we're live. Yeah.
I thought they were gonna get rid of me after 11 o'clock.
Nope. Another check-in.
Um,
How was it?
You want more tea?
anyway,
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
You said it was a long stretch.
Yeah, I felt like it was like a 15-mile stretch. And what was it?
It was
A little
10
over
miles.
10.
Yeah. It's now begins the technical part.
Yeah.
So like, before it was just kind of like swampy and rooty and all that stuff, and now the real stuff starts. So, but I got my goal was to get here before it gets like quick flat.
Yeah.
So
That's warm. The neck.
okay.
You want more tape? Keep tape. It came off your heels.
No, my heels are fine.
Okay. How would you want to keep that stuff on? Leave it.
Leave it.
Okay.
How are they all doing? Are they sweating it out?
Yeah.
Dude, Cole,
totally.
we're just here keeping tabs on you, man.
We're gonna take a
Good.
little bit more time here just to
Yeah.
replenish and
Yeah.
stuff.
They said they're just keeping tabs on you. Yeah, not a long stop, but a longer stop. Yeah, 15 minutes probably.
Where he stopped for the night.
Oh yeah. So
We didn't get here until 10 o'clock at night
last year,
last year.
Matt
Right.
stopped here.
Yeah, this was his final aid station for the first day. That's where he went and took a nap, and then came back the next morning to
Gotcha.
head across the fields and into the baseball fields.
Gotcha.
Got you more of this to go. Lights for you to choose from.
Yeah,
And
we'll do waist light.
waist light.
I'll pick it up. I got the headlamp in here.
Okay.
But I want to grab an extra one
Okay.
just to be on the safe side.
They're all right here.
So there's my two that I'm gonna work with, and then I'll go with this one as a backup.
Okay. We'll put it in your bag when you stand.
Oh, that's alright. Throw it in there. So
And you don't want the vest yet. Because you're not really on the road.
we're gonna be on the trail.
Excuse me.
So I think like one of the interesting things here is obviously seeing a lot of the
It's attractive.
nutrition that Cole's taken in, but also getting prepped for that long night stretch, right? So sounds like going with a waist light, a headlamp, and a backup headlamp to kind of get him through that dark section, and said this is kind of where things start to get technical. So I think, the waist lamp and headlamp combination is gonna be pretty important here to make sure you can see the trail as best as possible, things like
I
that.
think,
Yeah, I agree. And one thing that I noticed so far is he's been eating almost entirely whole foods. Every time he comes in so far, I've seen him eating real food, and I think that's a really good sign, especially like this early
about
on
whole
into a 200+ miler.
Oh, eating like stuff. Yeah.
You want to, Cole? Do you want to talk about why you stick to Whole Foods?
Yeah, I mean, it's what we normally do during our day in and day out. So why change it, right? Like eating simple processed, like scientific experiment sugar products sound great in theory, and they're great for maybe like you running a marathon and under. But I just feel like, for me personally, like when I started eating more of this stuff and less of that stuff, I just became a lot better as an athlete, able to recover better. Obviously, mind you, I'm not eating like a Subway footlong while I'm running a marathon, but it's, I think, definitely for the ultra distances, it works for me. It may not work for everybody, but when you have an off season, that's the time to experiment and test stuff out. So.
What shoes did we change to here?
Yeah, what shoes are we switching to? I don't know.
I'll probably do the toe mirror that's not the waterproof ones.
Ash, are you getting those?
They're right there by.
Oh. If I had a hand. Hey, Britt.
We'll get it going.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we want to give him a chance to sit down too.
Before I go, I want to do a Theragun on my back.
Okay.
And then also the same thing we did before, that worked out really well.
Okay.
And I think the protein shake also, I mean,
Shoes.
we're starting to get into that territory where sipping on that's gonna just, I mean, like after I ate all that stuff and when I went out in the trail there, I was crushing. So. Kind of like in the center kind of.
I'm taking a peek here, Matt, and what he has coming up next is the biggest climb on the entire trail.
Yep.
Looks like in about.
It's funny too, even though the weather is colder,
2 miles.
like it makes it a lot easier. There's less like pressure in terms of like, for me, like losing my stomach and stuff. It's not gonna. I mean, we saw the TSP. It's. I mean, my stomach's gonna stay the way it is right now.
Through our first check-in, I believe it was 43 degrees when I just checked a minute ago.
These are the thing of magic.
45.
This is what saved
So
me at
not much
Cocodona.
temperature difference. It seems like it's staying pretty cool.
You gotta hold it for 3 seconds and see the light.
It feels a lot
No,
colder, guys.
It's not charging. That's weird.
So we're just there gunning his back, and what else after? Yeah. Yeah, it's charging. It's charging the phone up.
Kelsey, do you know if he has run on trails so far up to this point, or has it been pretty much strictly pavement?
It's a total mix. I
Got
mean,
it.
like
The
he
so
might
far, yeah.
in between each stop, he might be running on trail and pavement, right?
Yeah. It's a mix between if you go trail, and then sometimes there's like road crossings where you're linking different parks and stuff together. And then before our major checkpoints and stuff, usually there's some slight road sections in through a town, kind of like Cocodona. No saloons like Whiskey Row or anything like that, but yeah.
And want to talk about this section coming up?
The section coming up is probably the most technical. It's got some like trap rock sections. It's got some views of like Foxborough Stadium.
Oh, cool.
Gillette.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Gillette Stadium. Thank you. Yeah. So it's all that stuff. But it's the thing that's great about, even with the leaves out on this trail right now. Like, I know it sounds funny, but it's just New England trails are amazing because the pine needles create this like velvet carpet, and it's some of the best surface that you can ever find, I think. And I just love it. I'm just like, it's like spongy and like nice, and you get bounce off of it. It's like a super shoe for like Mother Nature's super shoe. It's really cool. So.
But you haven't had any too much issues with the wet leaves?
No, well, I've just I've been doing. I mean, this is all about the end game. So there's no point. Like I've walked across every wooden bridge, any like massive like big puddles, and like in the swamp areas I had a section where I was up to my knees in water, and like there's no reason to be a hero and try to like run across a bridge and slip and fall and hit my back, and that could be game over. So it's kind of like playing poker a little bit. Like you kind of have to kind of hold your cards kind of close to you. And the real thing that I'm trying to do is like, I started this day, my goal for today was to go aggressive through some of the more runnable to an extent, less elevation kind of sections through the swamps. And now here I'm just going to kind of do what I call my 200-mile kind of pace, which as a crew we know kind of what that can be. And then we'll just kind of see. We'll see how the night goes, see how I feel. Nothing's broken. There's no red flags or alarms or anything like that. I mean, and I'm now starting to put the limiters on in terms of like, before I was like just letting it rip, and now I'm trying to hold back so that hopefully there's some sections later on for us, probably beginning of day 2, where I'll be able to, have some extended bike path miles and really open up my stride and do that stuff. So just, being smart. Actually, so I'm going to do, I think probably what might be wise before I go. One last thing. Here, I'm gonna stand up.
Okay.
We'll watch out. We're gonna go in about let's say 1.5 to 2 minutes at the most.
Okay.
But I do want to change this. I do want to change into a warmer jacket.
So it has been 11 minutes so far.
Okay.
So you're on track. I'll hold it.
With that. Yeah.
I got it.
Let's change it. Let's do a hat change too, because this is kind of wet. Sorry, Tiger.
Okay, we're getting rid of the tiger.
Yeah, classic. Wow, this may have been mentioned on the the morning show. What brand?
Okay, let's we can change it.
We don't know the brand. He got it when he was in Japan.
Oh,
Love it.
Cool.
Yeah, Japan has all kinds of cool stuff.
This was in Japan.
Japanese culture, absolutely fascinating.
He also had a.
We still stick in
No, I think that orange jacket, that's like the hunting jacket. That thing is money. Because the other thing is, I eat a lot of food, and my body temperature is going to drop a little bit just from stopping. And then as long as it's like that same game. Like as long as I'm moving decent, I'm fine. And feed the machine. That's the mantra for this whole thing. Feed the machine's going to keep going. So we're doing it. I've had really, and I think those gloves I have, I think we should probably air those out too, because they've been in this misty morning action. Yes.
Is there a
Sorry.
location you're in?
You're killing it. This is exactly what I need. Just keeps the body feeling it's like going to the chiropractor and getting all like adjusted and stuff. Yeah, those are good.
Been 12,
All right.
13 minutes.
Good.
Just cannot emphasize how dialed his crew is.
Yeah, no, this is top level right
This is
here.
a master class.
Yeah.
And they
All right.
have been
You gotta get.
former crew chief. Heading them out. Couldn't be in better hands.
No, I'm not gonna use them. I think I'll be okay.
Got the classic Nathan blinky lights on the back.
We're gonna see. I'm just gonna see how, like how it is without. Wait, what? That's not charging either?
It is. Do you want to
Yeah.
It's one of the
take it with you?
more interesting contrasts between this and an event like Cocodona is just the amount of urban terrain that you're
No,
going through,
it's
there's an extra layer where, I mean, it's nice that you have access to these things, especially for the crew, but also you have to take precautions like the high vis,
You're off.
because there's
Yep. Yeah.
a million road
Kill it.
crossings.
Bye.
Everybody.
Let's go, Cole.
In and out pretty quick for one of the longer stops.
Look both ways. So he's crossing this pretty main road right in front of cars, and crossing. There's another field. It's kind of a complex here, like a recreation complex. There's like tennis courts and trails, and then there's baseball fields and things over there. So they're crossing over, and then I guess the trail picks up on the other side.
Nice.
So that was that. That was one of the bigger stops to prep for the night. Obviously, we'll have a big stop when he wants to take a nap. So that'll probably be, I don't even know when we have that planned.
It's in 20. After
20
it's been running for 24 hours.
24 after 24 hours. So
Okay, got it.
tomorrow morning around 6 we'll plan for a nap.
Cool. And then so after this, you guys are heading to the Noon Hill Reservation. Is that correct?
Yes. Yep. Noon Hill Reservation. I think there's two,
Pretty
one and
close.
two.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Go to the second.
Yeah.
Going to number
Yep.
2.
And then after that, I know that it's been nice. There's been a lot of community support. Some folks in Walpole at the Clark's Pond stop. Someone reached out that they live right on that stop and that they offered their house to us. They said they're going to put every light on in the house, and if we need a restroom or a dry place to change, that they're going to have food for us there too. They're letting us order a pizza to deliver to their house
Heck
so
yeah.
that the crew can eat.
Yep.
And they posted and inviting everyone out to come cheer them on. So if you're around Clark's Pond, come out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's amazing to see, all the community support and people coming out to do their part to help Cole, help the crew, and just kind of be a part in any way possible.
Yeah. That's the fun part for us.
Cool. Well,
Awesome.
thank you for the check-in. Appreciate the updates and
Absolutely.
nice work on the
Absolutely.
pit stop.
Yes, absolutely. And we'll talk to you soon, I'm sure.
Alrighty. Thanks, Kelsey.
Alrighty. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. That was efficient.
That was pretty efficient for being a quote unquote longer stop here. So
Right.
biggest takeaway, like I've known Cole for a long time, dating back to like 2015, 2016, and just no signs of emotion, nothing, just like his normal Cole self. So
Yep.
good to see. Obviously still early stages, a little less than 25% of the way,
Yep.
or right around there. So still got, plenty of time for, things to continue even getting better, or for things to pop up. And, that's part of the sport, right? Is, having to problem solve. So, but it's definitely good to see him, looking in such good spirits and being so efficient, kind of heading into this night section after, a day full of running.
Right. Yep. And he's about to knock out one of the more technical sections. He, like you said, seemed to be in very good spirits.
Yep.
He's with Ben. He has a pacer out there, which I'm sure that'll come in handy. I mean, I imagine it's a pretty well-marked trail, but at night, it's always nice to have that extra insurance.
Just nice to even just have company out there, right? Like,
yeah, for sure.
just to be out there with someone, I think is good. But yeah, especially as you're crossing through all these different areas, just having someone there to, keep you moving forward.
Absolutely. Well, cool. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll be back here tomorrow morning. I want to say approximately 9 or 9:30 a.m.
Love it.
Stay tuned, and we'll see you soon.